It's the hit list. It's on the air. It's Music Scene Investigations Hit List, where we'll take all of the Song of the Week selectees from the previous month, and we're going to pit them against each other in a battle royale, and we'll find out who comes out on top. Yes, that's right. We do this every second Wednesday of the month. So glad you're all tuned in. I know if you're watching it live, you see that it's kind of green outside. Yeah, we've got severe thunderstorm warnings and watches and all that stuff abounding here. We're actually expecting some overnight. I don't anticipate any during the show, but you never know. So anyway, we're happy to have you here with us. We got 4 songs we're going to put in front of everybody on the panel today, and that consists of a whole gaggle of us. Yeah, all 3 of us right here. Ian and James are with me. Hey guys, how are you?
What would be the collective name for panelists?
Panel I.
Well, no, it's like a gaggle of geese. Would it be like a posse of panelists?
I don't know.
What's your name, James?
Oh. Posse of panelists.
Apparently, James...
Posse's probably the best, isn't it?
I like a posse of panelists.
I like a gaggle. A gaggle.
That makes it sound like geese.
Yeah. All you do is sit around and squabble all day long. It's fine. It fits, right?
I don't fly.
No, you don't. That's true.
There's no chance of squabbling when there's 2 Brits on the panel.
Yeah.
Now, that's not true. We know this. We've got 5 years of shows going back to 2011 that shows that's not true. Just saying.
I would argue that, to be honest.
Well, you go ahead.
You go back and look through the shows, you'll find 9 times out of 10 the British panelists side with me.
Yeah, well, I'll go back.
Yeah, I think looking into the statistics, Ian and I tend to side most of the time.
No, we need to have someone go back through all 200 shows or thereabouts and pull out all the times that panelists from Britain disagree with each other. I think we'll find a fair number. I honestly do. I don't think it's either here nor there, though. Does it really matter? In the words of Hillary Clinton, at this point, what does it matter?
It doesn't. We just like to show solidarity.
Solidarity, brother.
That's more like a Poland, solidarity thing.
Comrade.
Yeah, I don't know.
Comrade, yes.
All right, Ian. So what's been going on since we last talked on Sunday? Anything interesting happening? I know that Friday is supposed to be the hottest day of the year forever and ever. It's supposed to be like 22 there, I think.
Well, work's been happening a lot. Weather-wise, we've actually had a glimpse of summer. We had obviously the Easter bank holiday, so Monday we were all off, and the sun came out, and we all left our houses.
Really?
And we went to parks and beaches and cafes, and we sat outside sipping tea with our coats on because it still wasn't that warm. But yeah, England left the house.
Well,
I wore shorts.
You're not going to
man.
You're not going to have to wear your jackets any longer, from what I understand. James, the English Riviera treating you well?
It's been beautiful. I've had my shorts on for at least 2 days in a row. So the weather's been rather nice down here, but it's always a bit of a microclimate. It's always a little bit warmer.
Any surfing?
Inland.
Surfing, beach weather, anything like that happening?
No, we don't have surfing here. That's much further to the west, but you do have surfing in the UK.
I didn't know. I mean, I think when I think Riviera, I think sun, surf, and, all that good stuff.
No, there's no sand, there's no surf. There's just music and sex and drugs and rock and roll.
So it's kind of like San Francisco, the old hate district and all that cool stuff.
Yeah, in fact, you could probably draw that kind of parallel, and with it being the gay capital.
Yeah, there you have it. Brighton is the San Francisco of England.
You want Devon or Cornwall for the surfing?
Yeah, you need the West Country.
All right, well, if I ever get over that way, I expect someone to take me surfing. I have no idea how to do it, but I expect to see someone doing it.
I have no idea how to surf, but I'll gladly teach you, Rich.
From a distance.
Yeah, we'll both wind up in hospital at that point, I'm afraid. We have 4 songs we need to go over today, and the songs are fairly long, at least for the most part. 3 out of the 4 of them are. So I want to get right down to business today if we can. I want to start out, obviously, with song number 1 from the beginning of March. In fact, the very beginning of March, the 1st of March to be exact, when Lee Haggerty was on the broadcast in our panelist chair with us. And we had 3 tracks, one from JoJo Keys called Secret Attack, Miss Tish and her song Comprehending Knowledge, and our song of the week that week was Daze of Dawn's Falling in Love. Before I play it, either of you remember anything about that song? I just want to figure out how well it stuck in everybody's head.
Yeah, I can remember Miss Tish, but I can't really remember this one.
It's like a bluesy guitar riff and stuff like that.
All right, well, let's find out. Let's play song number 1 on the hit list today, starting things out with Daze of Dawn and their track, Falling in Love, from the 1st of March. Well, there you have it. That is track number 1 on the broadcast today. Fallen in Love by Daze of Dawn from the 1st of March, 2015. Gentlemen, what do you think about it now that you've heard it again? Ian?
Yeah, it rocks, doesn't it? It's good vibe, good upbeat, sort of bluesy rock track. I mean, great guitar tones, love guitar tones. Elements of Queens of the Stone Age in there for me. Excuse me. Queens of the Stone Age in there as well for me. Yeah, I like it. It's good. Good guitar solo, mix is great. The kick really rumbles just below the track, which is really nice. And yeah, everything's nice. I like it.
All right, very cool. And James, your thoughts on this one again after hearing it one more time?
Yeah, it's a great blues rock track. I'm really impressed with that. It's a good mix. Everything is audible. Good vocal performance as well. It's the kind of track where you hear the introduction and you think, I hope the vocals are going to be good, and they live up to expectation. And it's got a really good little bit of an organ solo at the end. Good use of stereo imagery. It's just one of those tracks that needs to sort of have the sparkle of mastering to just lift it up another notch. Very catchy. Really like this track.
All right,
you
very
mentioned
cool.
That, you mentioned that organ there. I actually the band got back to me on this track, and they did say that now they use that organ more. I think that was one of our criticisms of the track. They need to use the organ more throughout the track. And apparently, when they do it live now, the organ player plays a lot more. Yeah,
in fact, I was just going to ask you about that. Now, there was one point in the middle of that. Now, you guys confirm this or not. Maybe it's just me. But there was one point in the middle of it where it sounded like, and I think it might have even been right before a chorus. I know it was right before the backup singers came in at one point where it sounded like the lead singer just beat the hell out of the microphone and just distorted on it. Did you guys hear that, or was it just me?
No, it wasn't. It was like a breakdown, and the vocal went into like a sort of amplified sound. The two guitar parts changed sound as well. They sort of flange on one and sort of chorusy effects and stuff going on. It was like a breakdown, and then the drums came back in full and pushed the track back into the groove again.
All right. Well, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't, my old ears or anything like that. So
it was just you.
I figured. All right, let's move on then to the 8th of March. The 8th of March, if you'll remember, Paul Miro was on the broadcast with us. We had the following 3 tracks on. In fact, if you remember that week, every track we had on was way too long, and I had to cut every single one of them off short. It was sad. But we're not going to do that this time around. We're going to play the Song of the Week selection from that week in its entirety. Very lengthy entirety, I might add. During that week, we had Kill Casper in their track Start the Revolution, Rock for Karma with Lost Again, and Victim of Illusion, The Day That Never Comes, and that one was our Song of the Week, The Day That Never Comes by Victim of Illusion. And here it is a second time on MSI's hit list, The Day That Never Comes by Victim of Illusion.
Lost in a screen opportunity, like a leaf in the wind blowing from below. Noises in the distance remind me of the day. I trust of your words, now I know what I want. Right off my string, baby, in the dark, don't distance remain now. Is far. I am waiting for the day. But the days already passed. Relive the day that never comes. Relive the day that never comes. Relive the day that never comes. Relive the day into the mirror.
All right, there you have that. That is track number 2 on the hit list today. It is Victim of Illusion, The Day That Never Comes. James, your thoughts on this one, hearing it again?
Well, apart from it being a little bit long for our usual track limit, it certainly fits the bill as for the genre. It's the kind of thing that sort of progresses and develops and amalgamates, as it were. It started off very dark, and I think that the vocals didn't seem to quite match the darkness of the instrumentation. But in place, it kind of caught up with itself, and it's the kind of track where you can sort of lose yourself in your own world and sort of appreciate and immerse yourself into it. Quite a good mix, nice guitars. I think the vocals weren't quite mixed properly, but it's just a very minor thing, and it's part of the hit list, so it's certainly a very well done track. Overall, very good stuff.
All right, and Ian, your thoughts again?
I do like this track. I mean, the drummer on this alone, it makes the track worthwhile. The drumming on this is phenomenal. Really, really, really good work. The guitars sound great, the bass is good. As James said, there is an issue with the vocals, and we discussed this at length on the show, I think, if I remember rightly. You know, I think we all agreed we wanted this guy to get angry and start screaming and giving it some and going for it as the song progressed. And that, you know, his vocals weren't loud enough in places because he was singing quite low in his register. It was all getting a bit mushed up with the bass and the kick drum and the guitars and everything. I listened to this, a version of this on their YouTube channel, and it did seem to be a different mix, and it did seem to be a more vocal present mix, which was a good thing, and it did actually benefit the track a lot. But yeah, I mean, as I said, I do like this track. I like the darkness, I like the ambience, I like the playing, the performances, that drummer especially. It's got a hook, it's got some nice parts in there, so yeah, it's a well worthy of being on the hit list.
Yeah, the thing I liked about this track the best is the darkness of the music. I really did. I agreed with every one of the panelists on the broadcast back on the 8th of March when talking about the vocalist. It didn't quite match the feel of the music. Overall, it's a good song. I think if I think you guys said on the show that the panelists need to have somebody rough him up a bit before he sang it, or something along those lines. And
I think the comments were things like get him off his medication, or to the opposite of that, give him more drugs. We just wanted to hear angst, and we wanted to feel his pain, man.
Yeah, exactly. And I definitely agree with that. And overall, though, the song is good. There's one thing I really don't, that really kind of rubs me about this song. there's a synthesizer that comes in the middle of it someplace that really feels out of place. It plays dissonant chords when compared to the guitar, the rhythm guitar. And it's supposed to be a solo track, and I really thought it detracted from the overall feel of the song rather than took it to another level. Maybe, again, it could be just me in that regard, though.
Well, I don't think so. It kind of makes it lose its mood, doesn't it, really?
Yeah. I didn't mind that. I didn't mind the little break up in that groove and bits and pieces just to sort of give it a difference. It allowed your ears to breathe, focus on something else for a second and move on. It wasn't so out of place, but it did take the track in a slightly different direction, which was nice.
That's true. That's very true. By the way, I do want to welcome guest 646 into the chat room. Sorry, I can't call you by your real name, but 646.
And all the other 645 before that as well.
Exactly. By the way, the video appears to be working. It may be that on the video page, the initial video doesn't automatically start. You actually have to click the play button there on it. But if you select one from the drop-down list, one of the other four you can select from, they will automatically start playing. So it's up to you, whichever you prefer. Now then...
then you get to see our lovely faces.
Not that there's anything lovely about them, but you do get to see them. So it's kind of a scary thing when you really think about it. We do have 2 more tracks to take a listen to. I do want to remind everybody, however, before we get to those, that today's hit list winner will win a prize and PR package from our partners and our sponsor on the broadcast. Our sponsor is Landar.com, LANDR.com. These guys are very, very cool, and I think you should check them out. You can click the banner below the live page and go to Landar's website. And what they do is they make mastering easy. Our hit list winner is going to get a 1-year pro account from Landar.com, LANDR.com, which allows them to master as many songs as they would like for that 1 year in uncompressed wave format as well as compressed MP3 format. Again, if you want to try it out for yourself to see if it will work for you, all you got to do is click on that banner below the page. That will entitle you to a free account, which includes 1 year of compressed MP3 files and 2 free uncompressed WAV files just to try it out and see if it's going to do the trick for you. Now, we've got PR packages from Butterflies Radio, Indie Music Bus, the Live to Play Network. All our partners are in on this, and they're really cool people to hang out with, too. So you need to check them out as well. All right, 2 more songs, guys. 2 more songs. The next song is from the 22nd of March, or excuse me, the 15th of March. I'm getting ahead of myself here. The 15th of March, when No-Show Bill Evans was on the show with us, or wasn't on the show with us, as the case may be. Do you remember that? He kind of...
We should have replaced him with a ukulele or something like that.
We should have. We should have done something. But anyway, he was supposed to be here. He was unable to make it, offered his apologies. We accepted. We're all hunky-dory again, but we can still make fun of him. Anyway, on that broadcast, 15th of March, Cinema Novo, their song Pandemic was on the broadcast, along with Hard Talk Machine and their track Liars, along with our Song of the Week winner, which was Son of Strays and She Can Sing, which we're going to play right now on the hit list. This is Son of Strays, She Can Sing. Enjoy.
She can sing, bring light to your eyes. She got everything straight down the line. Stood out in the world, young, pretty girl. Put her in a mold, so dark and cold.
Brooklyn's falling. Brooklyn's falling down. She can take the change. Always had good taste. Buy a ball and chain. Lock herself away. She'll comb your hair. Tell you good things are near. You'll catch her stare out into nowhere. Brooklyn's falling. Brooklyn's falling down. On the empty street, she don't recognize. Lost everything, even compromise. She's full of love, covered in smoke. Looks out above. There's got to be more. Brooklyn's falling. Brooklyn's falling down. Brooklyn's falling. Brooklyn's falling down. Falling down. Falling down. Falling down. Falling down.
Son of Strays, she can sing on the hit list. One of the interesting things about that song, from my point of view, is the little whiny guitar that travels throughout the whole of the background in the song, which really gives it kind of a weird, eerie feel to it. Do you think the Brooklyn is the name of a girl? Anybody?
What, you reckon she's got a major drug problem that she's falling over?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this whole song is about a girl with a really big problem, but she can
I don't
sing.
know. To me, this has got a bit of a more of a post-apocalyptic feel. You know, sort of fit the Walking Dead and the Breaking Bad style American series.
All right. Anything else that really strikes you about the song? Yeah, I know that on the original broadcast of the show that you really had made a lot of mention about this, how this song needed to be a soundtrack to a movie, perhaps, you know, involved in that aspect of it.
I think it's got a lot of licensing prospects at the moment. If you listen to what's going on out and on a lot of the TV programs and stuff like that, you know, the sort of little bits of the acoustic guitar with the little sort of licks and stuff in there, and that wailing sort of slide or bottleneck, or maybe it's a theremin. That would be quite cool if it was a theremin in the background there.
Very cool sound on a theremin, though.
Yeah, yeah. Ramp it through an amp, you know. But no, it is a great song. It really is a great song. It's got a lot of charm in a dark sort of way, and it sort of takes you on a little journey, if that makes sense.
All right. Makes sense to me. How about you, James? Does it make sense to you?
It does, apart from the continual guitar or theremin sound that sounds a bit like a siren. There's something that could be used a lot more sparingly, really, and I don't think they should get rid of it entirely. It should just be either knocked down or used a bit less frequently. As for the rest of the track, there's some really nice touches. All the guitars are mixed very well. The EQs and the mids are cutting through nicely, and the vocals complement each other. It's something I could listen to over and over, really, apart from that weird siren-type guitar or theremin effect or whatever it is that we haven't quite established. Yeah, you can hear a lot of room on the drums as well, which is nice. You can actually hear the room it's recorded in, which isn't something you usually get, because most people try and clinically clean them up a lot. And I quite like it when you can hear the room it's recorded in, especially if it's been recorded in a decent space, which it sounds like it has been.
All right, very cool. Well, I appreciate your thoughts on that. And again, that was Son of Strays with She Can Sing. And we have one more track for the hit list right now. And do want to remind everybody that our remote clients, our panelists, are both over in England. I'm here in the United States. They're coming in via Skype. And due to inclement weather, bandwidth issues, whatever the case might, it's hard to tell, really. Their video is not the greatest in the world, and I apologize for that as I look over to our streaming rig to see that everything still looks fine. It's
basically Rich has control of it, and he makes us look pixelated because he wants the Americans to look best.
That's exactly right. How did you figure all that out?
My powers of deduction, dear Watson.
I figured you had help. I don't know. All right. By the way, did you ever get that whole gas thing figured out? The utility people supposedly to come by and work on your stuff?
Yeah, they fixed my oven today.
Did they? Did you tell them you had royalty visiting and that you needed it done real quick?
No.
You should have.
No, I just paid them to do a job that I expected them to do because it was a relatively simple job as ovens go. But the way you would have thought it, it was like I was trying to procure a nuclear warhead from somewhere.
Well, at least you got it done. At least you got it done.
Obviously.
No.
Nuclear cooking could be the way forward.
It could be, yeah. Imagine that. Cookies in 30 seconds or less.
Yeah, why not?
It would be nice. All right, one more song on the hit list today. Tom Chianti joined us on the 22nd of March. Everybody knows Tom. If you don't know Tom, looking him up online because the man has been involved in more hit records with hit artists than I can shake a stick at, that's for sure. I don't shake stick often, but when I do, I shake a mean stick. All right, don't read anything into that, please. All right, again, Tom. I know, it's terrible, isn't it?
I'm not going to sleep tonight.
You probably won't. On that broadcast, 24th Element joined us with their track, Be Careful. Jon Oh and his track, Dance Party 99, was the song of the week, along with Off Orbit and their track, Vice City. All three were on the show today. We're going to listen to Jon Oh's Dance Party 99 on the broadcast today. Here it is, everybody. This is Jon Oh and his party, Dance Party 99 on the hit list. It is song number 4.
Her apart, credit cards been stolen, car GPS, all a bad queen. But I'm in the club fresh, man, your doggy hit the blunt and hit my chest and made my face all ugly. 2-step through the crowd, all the way to the bar. Now my cup run up over, all the bless to the gods and my squad, cause we more tell her dance move. We gon' party like it's 99. 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 It's Jon Oh, baby, I'm the rap game prince. And I don't wanna if she don't got some French tips. They say I'm petty for so many reasons. I call it seasoning. Yo, Mrs. Dash with my accent, now she's heated. You drop my soap, but I don't need it. I'm that sweetness, no roll, bounce. If my dogs bark, it will be bow. Wow, everyone else don't hit the floor. And with me, if I hit the dough, it's like we gaining grand hustle. Everyone hit your draw. It's a Jon Oh thing, baby. I do your man litty, and I'm blue, never get it. That's game, baby. But you can call it red ring. Got your Xbox on lock, and you can't do a thing. Shit. It's on. You don't need to rap no more. My new name, Daze, dance party. We gon' party like it's 99. 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 We gon' party like it's 99.
Put my wrist and scribble scriptures, I'm not a rapper. Profound penmanship, they caught up in my rapture. Skin shimmering like that Twilight actor. Watching fans overdose like damn, I did that, bruh. Slit my wrist and scribble scriptures, I'm not a rapper. Profound penmanship, they caught up in my rapture. Skin shimmering like that Twilight actor. Watching fans overdose like damn, I did that, bruh.
We gon' party like it's 99. 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 We gon' party like it's 99.
That is Dance Party at 99, Jon Oh on the hit list. All right, guys, throw it over to you. Get your thoughts on it, hearing it again. Starting out with James this time around. James?
It's got a certain charm to it, especially with passing like it's 99. This probably sounds completely wrong, but it made me chuckle a little bit because the vocalist, to me, reminds me a little bit of a comedy character on British television from the IT crowd. I was imagining a character called Moss rapping to that, which would have been quite funny, but that's totally unfair on the band. And just
Then why did you bring it up?
Well, it's my weird mind wandering. It's just the way I work. I liked it for what it was. It's not my genre, and it's always difficult when it's an area that you don't usually listen to. But working on production mix and how commercial it is, I think it's got quite a commercial sound to it. And there's definitely mixed a lot better than a lot of the stuff that we get from that typical genre. The only criticism I had with production was that there was and it may be my headphones, it might be my equipment, there's a little bit of distortion on the kick drum and on the vocal towards the end, just as 3 minutes are about to kick in. It's a little bit busy in places. I think it's one of those things that could be reduced a little just to enhance the track, and keeping it simple is sometimes a better option. But overall, good track. Pass it over to Ian.
All right, Ian, over to you, as James says.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of good stuff going on here. He can certainly flow really nicely. I like the way his lyrics sat and the timing and the beat of his words. It all worked really nicely. But there's certain things that did deter me. And listening back to it again, you know, you hear things a bit clearer once you've heard it for the first time. And I felt the mix was quite bright. And there were some panning issues to my ears as well. And that chorus, "We're going to party like it's 99," it sounded like one voice was pushed off to the left. There was another sort of voice lower, pushed off to the right. And then there was sort of like talking going on in sort of somewhere around the middle. And it all got a bit busy, as James said. And also, you know, it unbalanced the mix to my ear. You know, I was favouring the high sort of "We're Gonna Party Like It's '99" to my left ear above anything else because that was more prominent. And that rap sort of towards the end, in the middle sort of to the end, where the rapper changes and it's almost spoken. I don't know, kind of lost me there. Kind of wandered off. Mix-wise, as I said, I find it a bit bright. Production-wise, it's very well done. As James said, there is a lot going on. They could cut a bit of that out and make it a bit clearer. And I think we said on the show that, you know, relating to 1999, well, that's 16 years ago, man. I've moved on since then.
I was gonna bring that up with you because I remember that. I remember everybody making such a big deal of how long ago 1999 was. So, by the way, just for everybody's edification, Sons of Stray are in our live audience, and they say, yes, indeed, She Can Sing is about a girl. Is her name Brooklyn? That's what I want to know. Because that's... I would think so. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. All right, the task ahead, of course, is to select a band of the month out of the lot we have given before us. Again, let me recap the contenders for this are Victim of Illusion and their track The Day That Never Comes, followed by, actually, very first on the list, I'm sorry, is Daze of Dawn, Falling in Love. Then we have Sons of Stray, She Can Sing, followed by Jon Oh and Dance Party 99. So, gentlemen, I'm only going to be involved in this vote if there is a tie. So that's, I kind of sit in the middle of you to kind of block you from fighting. So
we don't fight, we're British.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. All right. Anyway. So
we just defend ourselves.
There you go. All right. So what do you think for the band of the month, the hit list winner? What are your selections, gentlemen?
Wow,
quite tricky.
Yeah, I'm kind of caught between 1, 2, and 3. 4, I like 4, but there's bits in there that do bug me, which kind of take away from that whole feel of goodness that's going on with the rest of it. But yeah, I'm kind of stuck between 1, 2, and 3. How about you, James?
For me, it is between 1, 2, and 3, but more so 1 and 3.
You see, I'm sort of leaning more towards, I don't know, 1, 2, and 3.
So you kind of don't know. Do you want me to break the tie before it even begins?
Yeah, you can. Why don't you have your say, and we'll see where we go from there.
I think it's pretty cut and dry.
You can have your say, but we'll dismiss it if necessary.
That's right, and you probably will anyway. In my mind, it's cut and dry. My selection, based upon the overall feel of the song, based upon the way I enjoy it, and I enjoy music in general, it has to be Days of Dawn, Falling in Love for me. That's my thought.
Number 1. Right?
That is number 1. That is the first song we heard today from the 1st of March.
Yeah, but the drummer on number 2 was fantastic. And the guitar sounded great, and the groove was just cool. Just saying.
True. Track 2 had the snare to die for, in my opinion. But
I do have an update, by the way. The landscape of Brooklyn, and the girl was named Brooke. So, just want to throw that out there since I'm keeping everybody updated.
There you go. Thank you very much. I said I just want to see Brooklyn destroyed. I just got a strange curiosity to see what would happen.
We need a new Godzilla movie then, don't we? All right, yeah. Make a vote, a selection, please, for the band of the month.
Can't we talk about Godzilla?
You can talk about whatever you want after you make your selection.
James?
I think that's so hard. I've ruled out 2 just simply because it was drifting about and didn't seem to have much of an aim. I know that you said on their YouTube channel it was slightly different, but that's on the YouTube channel and they're talking about the track submitted. So it's between 1 and 3 for me. And I think if they were to remove or alter the theremin sound or the guitar siren effect, then they'd probably have the edge. I'm going to go with track 1.
Yeah. All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to go with track 2, 3, and 4.
You can't select more than one. I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is democracy. You two have put number 1 through. So I'm voting for 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to wave the flag for the losers.
You're actually going to pull a Tom Chianti and just go out there that way, huh?
I'm not saying I'm not voting. I am voting for track 2, 3, and 4.
Do you have any specific order for those 3?
2, 3, and 4.
In that order.
In that order, apparently. Apparently. Well, that means that track number 1, Daze of Dawn, their track Falling in Love, is going to be our hit list winner this month. And they're going to get that prize package from Landar.com. And big congratulations going out to them and everyone for making it into the hit list. It's not an easy thing to do. Everybody thinks
Go the losers.
Pardon me, Ian?
What?
I was just saying making it into the hit list isn't easy within itself because you have to overcome the odds of a panel who is only hearing your song for the first time during the live show.
Yeah.
So that's a very difficult thing, a very high hurdle to pass.
And quite seriously, that's why I'm putting my vote towards 2, 3, and 4, because, you know, the music on the show goes from strength to strength every week. And I want to show recognition that all of these songs were great this week. So that's why I'm voting for 2, 3, and 4 in that order.
They all are definitely great in their own right. I agree with you. All right, so congratulations to Daze of Dawn, to everyone else on the hit list as well. Join us next month, the second Wednesday of the month, for another hit list. We'll have 4 new songs, and they will battle it out as well. You want to find out what those 4 songs are? Well, you still have time. You can take a look at last week's show on the front page of the website and join us every Sunday for our live broadcast, where we'll select another song of the week. That's Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. GMT. Of course, the hit list is seen live at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 10:30 GMT, and that is on the second Wednesday of the month. Of course, you can catch everything on iTunes or YouTube or here at MusicSceneInvestigation.com. And Ian, if they want their music on our show, how can they do that?
They can put it in a little parcel, wrap it up in brown paper, put it in the nearest postbox to Rich, and then he basically collects them.
It's not the way it works.
And he's got a bunch. Wait, let me finish. He's got a bunch of little elves who then sort through the packaging and select the best songs to put on the show.
It's not the way it works.
And it has to be submitted on 8-track tape.
Yeah. Now, that part might be true. Either that or reel to reel. Now, actually...
Alternatively, they could go to our website, which is MusicSceneInvestigation.com, and click the big Submit a Song button at the top, and it will tell you how to submit your music. Sign up on our website. Make sure you read the terms and conditions, because, you know, there's certain things we don't like
extremely long songs.
No, sorry. Long songs and swearing. We don't like swearing.
Well, we don't like anything that is maybe found offensive to others who might listen or watch the show. The fact is, we try to be a family-friendly show, and there you have it. Of course, no copyrighted items either, unless you own the copyright and allow us to play it on the air. All right, that's going to do it for us today. Again, congratulations to Daze of Dawn. And anything to say as we leave for the day, gentlemen?
Go on the greens.
I have no idea what that means.
Neither do I.
All right, well, let's play out with song number 1, Daze of Dawn, right here on the hit list. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
so helpless, just like a child, out in the open, lost in the wild. She gives me shelter, invades my dreams, more than a woman, more than she seems. She's so evergreen, yeah. I'm falling in love, I'm falling in love, I'm falling in love with you, yeah. I'm falling in love, I'm falling in love, I'm falling in love with you, yeah. Now don't mean nothing without her smile, but it's gotta mean something